Hey YouTube, it's Mr. North 14, and today I want to talk about the Weber Smokefire grill again. Now, this time I want to talk about the effectiveness of some of the fixes that Weber is offering its customers because of the many issues and design flaws of the Weber Smokefire pellet grill. Now, I got a lot of heat from people online telling me, oh, you're doing a review, you don't even own the product. No, this is not a review, people, and I'm going to say that up front. This is just me gathering all the information. As a purchaser, you know, I went out, tried to get this grill, and I did my research. And my research told me that it's a no-go. Don't waste $1,200 on the EX6 because it's not ready for prime time. So I'm just giving you the information of my research like any normal human being does when they're searching for a product that they want for their home. They always want to make sure that it's the best product. And that's what I did. So this is not a review. Don't tell me because I don't have one, I shouldn't be saying anything. Keep your comments to yourself. If you don't like what you're hearing, all you got to do is go somewhere else. Okay? I'm just trying to help people out from the information that I gathered through my search on if I wanted to purchase this grill. Okay, I have no qualms with Weber. I love Weber, everything they do. I believe they do a good job except for this product. I think this was probably rushed to market, probably wasn't. But we're going to talk about the history of this first, and then we're going to talk about the issues real quick, and then we're going to talk about Weber's solution to these issues, and we're going to talk about are they working? Okay, so let's start out with a little history on Weber and this product. They say this product took about 3 years. Okay, and Weber went out and bought the people who created the June oven to help them with the software for this. And their goal was to revolutionize the pellet grill market because this was Weber's first entry into the pellet grill and they wanted to make a splash. And so they went out and tried to radically redesign the Smokefire grill, and also they touted this super app that was going to come out with it that was going to revolutionize grilling on a pellet grill and the things you were going to do with the app. You know, it was Wi-Fi enabled, it was hooked up to the internet, and you could just use your phone to do as much and as many things to your food as you wanted. You could change the temperature and still be sitting on the couch because you know with a pellet grill, it's low and slow and you just set it and you forget about it. Yep, I'm using Ron Rilko. That's my boy. But anyway, as it turns out, from all that development time, they put from purchasing the June oven team, well, the Weber grill is a complete and utter disappointment. And I'm going to be honest with you. They're not telling you the truth. They're not telling you how many calls they're getting. They're not telling you how many replacement parts they're sending out. They're even sending out people whole new grills because they don't even know what the issue is. They're sending people whole new grills. And these people are still having the same problem. So let's talk about the issues. So let's say you bought the EX6 and you got it all together and you use it for the first time and you find yourself that it's having problems feeding the pellets through the hopper. Okay? Well, if you're having that problem, then you will need the latest fix from Weber, which is the Weber wedge. Okay? Now, mind you, if you use the Weber wedge, you're going to lose about 5 to 4 pounds of pellet capacity. Now, the ES6 has 22 pounds of capacity, so that fix alone, you're going to lose about 5 to 4 pounds of capacity just because of that. Okay? So that's one fix that Weber tried to do, and that's if you have the problem with the pellets not feeding in the hopper. Okay, another problem people are having is that it's taking up to 30 minutes for this thing just to heat up to 225 degrees. Well, if you're having that issue, then you're probably having an auger assembly issue. So that's why they're sending out the auger assembly to people. And sometimes they just do it all together. They send you out the auger assembly, and along with the auger assembly, because you might be having feeding problems, they'll send you the pellet chute. Now that's part of the auger assembly that's inside where the pellets actually drop down from the hopper to the auger. Okay? Now, when they drop down in there, people are finding that the pellets are all over the place. Sometimes they come out slow, sometimes they come out fast, and that's why it's having a heating problem. Sometimes the pellets don't even burn, they're sitting on the side or behind the auger assembly. How they get back there, no one knows, but people have pictures, people, of this thing not working, okay, correctly. So, like I said, they're having a problem reaching temperature. So they're saying maybe it's the auger assembly because Weber has no idea. Okay? So let's go on to these three things that they're sending out to people. No one knows yet, even if these things are working. So as of this time, I have reached out to several people who have these fixes, and they can't even tell you because some of them are just now getting it and really haven't had the time to hook it up just yet to see if all these things work. And some people have quickly put things together, like the Weber wedge. They're saying that is probably one of the things that is working. They're saying they're not having the feeding problems anymore. So we can say that fix works, but that still doesn't talk about what's going on with the grease fires, why pellets and dust are everywhere, why is the dust blocking the hole so that the dust and the grease can't fall into the pit where they're supposed to be. Well, Weber has a solution for that. They say, okay, let's say that you have grease everywhere and this grease is starting a grease fire. They say use a pan. So you just went out, paid $1,200, and Weber's solution for you is to use a grease pan in your cooking with your pellet grill so that you don't have grease fires. So they really haven't solved that problem yet with the grease fires. People are experiencing grease fires. Don't let people tell you they're not experiencing grease fires. Okay? And it's not user error. People are not doing anything wrong. But let's talk about it. Let's say people are doing something wrong. So this is one thing that's going around with Weber, and Weber is telling their customers that, let's say that you got your Smokefire grill and it's on and it's cooking and everything is working and it's heating up. And what they're saying is when people first got their grills, everybody wanted to go on YouTube and show these amazing videos of how this mug was cooking. So when they opened up the lid, it got really hot, it overheated, and then when they closed the lid back down, and voila, magical grease fires were starting because the units were overheating. But they don't talk about all the problems this thing is having. Some people saying they have to restart theirs 2 or 3 times to get it to turn on. Some people are saying they're having heat issues. They're waiting 30 minutes. Besides the hopper not feeding things, the auger is either spilling too many pellets or not enough pellets. This thing is a total disaster. But people are out there holding on to these grills and trying self modifications. I even heard one person say that he removed the finger guard. That's the thing that allows the pellets, when they come down the auger chute, not to spill out everywhere and be all over the grill and not fall in the pot and all these things. And people are removing the finger tools or the finger guards and trying to get the pellets so the pellets slide down more evenly. People are putting, now sometimes it's about user error, but people are putting the poker in the wrong way. But that shouldn't start fires, and it shouldn't happen, be anything about grease fires and stuff like that. So Like I said, it is so many issues with this grill, and it all starts with design. Okay, it's no user error. People are not starting grease fires just to be starting grease fires. They're literally telling people use a grease pan. For a $1,200 pellet grill, you have to use a grease pan so it won't catch on fire. This thing is an accident waiting to happen. And when it burns someone's home down or it does something it shouldn't do, I'm just afraid. I think Weber need to recall this thing, recall it, find out what's wrong with it. If you got to go back to the basics, go back to the basics. But to me, this is just a lawsuit waiting to happen. Like I said, I'm just gonna go over one more time what's going on. I mean, what the solutions are: the Weber wedge, if it's not feeding correctly. If it takes too long to heat, if you're waiting 30 minutes to reach 225, then they're going to say you need the auger assembly and the ramp chute. Okay, so those are the three things that they offer. And they're not talking about the awful designs and that people are trying their own solutions, like removing the finger guards and stuff like that. Try to get the pellets to fall into the pot more evenly and not crunch up. Because what they're saying is that, excuse me, what they're saying is that the pellets are just jamming up inside the auger. Now, the auger was supposed to be special made, special to stop things like that. It was supposed to be powerful enough where it wouldn't jam. It would either go forward or backwards to get those pellets out. And they have so many reasons. Well, the pellets are different sizes. Some are 2 inches smaller, and that's why it's always user error. It's not. Maybe that's the thing because they made that super duper it can't clump or get stuck, that it's feeding too many pellets. It's too powerful. Maybe the auger assembly is their issue, with it. But they don't know. No one knows what the issue is. Not even Weber. They just throwing around a whole bunch of fixes and sending this stuff out to people. So I don't know what to say, people. All I can say is they're trying to fix it, but no one knows if any of the solutions that they're sending out to people are working. When I'll give them some more time and I'll ask people probably about a week or two and see what they're saying, or maybe I have to wait a month so they can actually use the grill and see if any of these new things are working, you know. So the last thing I want to talk about is the app. Now remember I talked about how special the app was supposed to be. Well, Weber don't even mention the app anymore on their web page as far as what it can do because everybody knows the app does nothing. It does absolutely nothing. Nothing. All it did was update itself. And that was it. You can't change the temperature with it. You can't cook recipes with it. You can't sit it and forget it. It's literally just a fine thing on your phone that does absolutely nothing. So Weber basically said that they're going to update it. I guess in about a week or so, they're going to have a new update. And I guess it's supposed to do more than just sit there and look pretty. Okay, but like I said, people have spent $1,200 on this thing and they're expecting it not to catch on fire. They're expecting it to feed properly and not too much. They're expecting it to pretty much clean itself and the oil to fall, into the oil pit and the dust to fall in the pit too and not to be blown around, covering up the oil holes, thus starting grease fires. And I mean, I don't know. You tell me what you think. Right now, this thing is an utter mess, and they don't know what's going on. They don't know how to fix it. The app is a complete joke. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't work. And altogether, nothing on this thing works. And people are steady buying it, and instead of sending it back, people are trying to mod it themselves. People are spraying stuff to make it slicker so the pellets will go down, and it's just so much moving the finger guards so that the pellets go into this. I'm just, man, I'm tripping. Please, people, stop buying this thing. Weber, please recall it. You have too many issues. This thing is not ready for prime time. And this is the warning. A fan is warning you. Stop it. Stop selling it, because if this thing burns someone's house down, it's a lawsuit waiting to happen. So just recall it, fix it, and get it back out to your customers. We know that Weber is quality. Don't mess up your reputation because of one pellet grill. Folks, let me know what you think. This is Mr. North 14. Peace out.